Hey guys, I want you guys to listen very carefully to what this guy says. 1090 Jake says in this video in regards to something that was said on Vlad 10 months ago. There's a lot of reasons on every level that this is shady on Ronnie's part. And then it'll also bring back the memories of what happened the day of Tasha K's interview with Ronnie when he thanked her for allowing him to be on the show. And you'll see the letter as I talk of what the alleged, we don't know who this person is, but the way they worded the letter was seeming that they snitched, I guess to get off. We weren't there, but she's saying we will see who the real, unaliver is. So pay attention to this video.
Uh, but that's just it's not good for money. And he hit me up at one point.
Really? About what?
There was some rumors that Chrisean might have snitched in a murder case.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. I couldn't get anything from it. Wherever it happened, I can't access it. It was just something that came and went, but
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ronnie, though. I just wanted to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to Tasha K and her team. It was a great experience coming down to South Florida. They treated me very well. I recommend anybody that's trying to have a platform to share their story to go tap in with Auntie and sit down with her. I also wanted to say that I don't really appreciate people speaking for me, man. I appreciate Wack letting y'all know my concern and addressing it. However, I think I could speak for myself. I think Vlad needs to hear a story from a real one, from himself, from the words from me. So, all y'all, go let Vlad know it's time to sit down with Ronnie, though. Let's get it done.
Reveal who truly took my father's life. So it really drew my attention, and then there's a conversation that follows where people was responding in the comment section to the alleged, she's saying that she's the daughter of the unalive. So I'm very eager to hear what you guys have to say about this new updated information. We'll do a live on this. Ronnie went to IG to post an IG story of thanking Tasha K, aka now his auntie, for giving him the opportunity to tell a story. But he also saw, because he's in the bushes like everybody else, what Whack 100 said. We all know that that had to have been an earlier interview that Whack 100 did with Vlad, and Ronnie saw it either way. And he is now trying to reach out to Vlad TV so that he can get his opportunity like he did on Tasha K's. He's probably hoping also he's going to get paid for the interview. Who knows? Who knows if Vlad pays for interviews or not? Who knows? Who cares? That's not the principle of this whole situation. However, something else became of this whole storyline, these allegations of Chrisean Rock's son being Ronnie's, or could be in fact Ronnie's. And I say disclaimer, allegations. In my opinion, I don't believe it to be true, but I was not there in the flesh, so we're gonna have to let nature take its course and see what the the results are. However, because of all of this, craziness that's going on, I just spoke on a channel holder that's confusing me, who was going in hard on the paint on Chrisean Rock and her sister China. But we're talking about in particularly Chrisean Rock. Now she's a Chrisean Rock supporter all over again. She was a supporter back in the day. Now she's back a supporter, going in hard in the paint. But she woke it up with the unaliving of a man who Ronnie allegedly unalived for Chrisean Rock. Even though there was 3 of them, it sounds to me like it could have been 3 young individuals at the wrong place at the wrong time, or playing the devil's advocate. Maybe it could have been a robbery went bad. We make bad decisions sometime in our life. It could have been anything. Come on, Chrisean, let's, go, hit this lick. Ronnie could have been, referring to trying to get some paper. You know what I'm saying? This is just a theory that came to mind in my head, and it got out of control. And allegedly, Ronnie is the man who unalived this guy, and he's not here anymore. However, I was reading what this young lady had to say, the daughter of the unalived, and she was on Tasha K's post. Again, everything is allegedly. All statements on my channel are, in my opinion, or allegedly. We don't even know if this person, and if it is, Lord forgive me for saying it's not, but we have to tread lightly, because people will try to dig up that this girl doesn't exist, that it's a troll page. So to protect myself and to protect my channel and protect my word, I'm letting you know that I'm just relaying the information. I'm not relaying the information as in I believe in what this girl is saying, and I believe that the unalived man that's his daughter. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But I'm going to read to you what she has to say, and then I'll get back to the rest of my commentary. My father was anything but a demon. You're gonna stop playing on his name. Real demons in the story are the two individuals who choose to lie, sign a plea deal, and become confidential informants for the federal authorities. Ask that individual why the case was sealed. What led them to pick that specific area? These two are experts at portraying themselves as victims. Inquire why his partner called my family using her boyfriend's phone. She seemed to take pleasure in taunting us, admitting that she lied while laughing sometime we were already aware of. She had plenty to say about him. It's time to reveal who truly took my father's life. So it really drew my attention, and then there's a conversation that follows where people was responding in the comment section to the alleged. She's saying that she's the daughter of the unalived. However, what drew my attention was them sealing it. I'm quite sure they sealed it because at the time they were there could be a number of reasons. I don't really want to get into that, but the confidential informant part, not quite understanding how that would take place, and that be something that is allegedly being said of these two. And it's very questionable what she was referring to when she said it's time to reveal truly who took my father's life. That could make people believe in a nutshell that you're saying that Ronnie didn't do it, but he took the weight for it. That's what it sounds like to me. And this is why, and I'm bringing this to your attention, because sometimes we need to pick and choose our battles. And I really feel like for an example, there was a commentator, and I just mentioned that person that was really on Chrisean Rock and talking about the unaliving. People were bringing this to my channel. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't feel like covering it. Just didn't feel right in my gut to have it on my channel. So I didn't put it on my channel. When people brought it up, I kind of dismissed it. Like, I don't want to talk about that. That's kind of sensitive material content, and I don't know if it breaks the guidelines, the rules of YouTube. Talking about that somebody got unalived for some senselessness. I don't know if it's senselessness on the man's part, and that's what caused his unaliving, or vice versa. I don't know. I wasn't there. I can be a supporter all day of Chrisean Rocks, but I cannot support something I was not there, and I wasn't even a supporter of Chrisean Rock when this girl and Ronnie were an item and she wasn't famous. I didn't know who she was. So I can't support everything when she wasn't in my life. She's still not in my life in the flesh, but she wasn't a thing then for me. She wasn't someone that I watched her content online. None of that. I didn't know who Chrisean Rock was. She wasn't even Chrisean Rock at the time of this unaliving. So there's a lot of things that are very questionable about this whole situation. But I always say we have to pick and choose our battles, because I feel like this was a setup from the beginning. When there was a drought on social media, people brainstorm. And I really think that this commentator was very calculated and smart at the same time. Because if you talk about something that somebody is not, or everybody is not talking about to this point, there's going to be Tasha K's of the world, and it could be victims of this alleged unaliving. And when I'm saying alleged unaliving, because it's putting Chrisean Rock back at the scene and making her a suspect, even though the case is over with, of let's reveal who the real person was that unalived the father. There was only 3 people there, and Ronnie was the one that went to jail for it. And he said he did it allegedly for Chrisean Rock. And now there was another person, but he was allegedly attacked. According to the story Ronnie told, he was the first one that was attacked. And then he ran out because he said he was the first one on the front line to get them out of the dangerous situation that they were in, according to Ronnie's story. So he wasn't attacked. He went back and got the 𝗡𝗘𝗫. And the second person that was attacked was Chrisean Rock. They were fighting, her and the man, allegedly, with the shank. And he took it in his own hands to protect Chrisean Rock and 𝗡𝗘𝗫'd him. And that's how he became unalived. So it sounded like the girl saying that, Ronnie is taking the weight, but tell who really did it. And it could be possible that it is the daughter that's reaching out. But because, like everybody else who's hating, they figure Ronnie's a nobody. And if we're going to get it in flesh, get it in vain, we're going to not put it on you. Even though we may have known that you did do it, you were convicted for doing it, you did a plea for doing it, but they may have knew stuff that was sealed. If it is sealed, the record, I'm not going to look it up. That is not my area. Maybe our favorite paralegal will listen to this and she will look to see if it's sealed. If it's not sealed, see if she can dig for other evidence. And this is why I say sometimes legal docs don't tell you the whole story, because the law wasn't there neither in the flesh. Ronnie could have took the weight. He got away with it. It gives him street credits. I'm going to say it again, for saying that he was the man that unalived somebody for another person. He's the hero in the streets of Baltimore, Maryland. People young like him can do it all the time. And maybe it makes them look good in their mind or in their head. This is what he's saying out of his mouth, that he did the unaliving. The daughter's saying otherwise. And it's very, very disturbing to me, because I don't believe that Chrisean Rock would have it in her heart to do it. But I do believe any means necessary for this family, if this is the actual daughter, to get some sort of relief, even if it's no one going to jail, and some closure, they would say, because he's saying publicly, Ronnie, that he did it for Chrisean Rock. So they're looking at it like, well, if you did it for a woman, Chrisean Rock, who is now a millionaire, famous household name, which could be very haunting and daunting to see. If that was my loved one, we're gonna say she did it, and you're just taking the weight for it. And it just opens up another can of worms of trying to discredit this girl again. And it just goes on and on and on and on with the discrediting Chrisean Rock and not letting her live her life. Let her life it. Let her live her life. She's going to already have ups and downs on the new journey she's on moving forward. She doesn't need to backpedal, and it's like people want to see her backpedal. I hope that this is not a troll page, and I hope that, this is the daughter. She might be trying to get some closure. If it is, who am I to say she has no right to leave her thoughts on Tasha K's post? But I just hope that it stays there. But if it's on Tasha K's post, don't be surprised if you see a trailer with a 30-minute clip of the daughter on an interview with Tasha K, because we know in this community of reporting on Chrisean Rock, not all communities that do commentary are like feuding, but in this community, with commentators, bloggers, vloggers, hate pages, all that, the viewers, you sort of kind of flip-flop. There's a lot of flip-flopping going on. It's definitely going to be a lot of flip-flopping, people, backtracking statements and taking sides, and, it's just an ugly situation, and I don't see it ending anytime soon. Yeah, it is good that Chrisean Rock is silent. Silent is golden. But it's just, to me, gonna give an audience that's very difficult to convince positivity and stop thinking so negative to think negative. Oh, well, yeah, she's quiet because she's guilty of something. But if she was trying to explain herself, she would be guilty also. So it's just, to me, that's why I'm saying it's a never-ending cycle of people not wanting to hear the real truth. They want to live in a lie because the lie goes on and on and on and on. And it's just really crazy. But I will definitely be doing a live today. We'll be discussing it further because I definitely know I'm going to have to make this clear to the 1%ers. Don't plant no seeds in my comment section. And if you do, I'm going to let them stay there. However, I'm definitely going to continue to address and make my disclaimers at the beginning of my lives or my videos when I can, think about doing so on my pre-recorded videos. My position in doing this commentary, and I stand on the only receipts that I furnish are recordings, things that are written in black and white from the horse's mouth. My expertise is not into looking up people's legal records or doxing their addresses. That's not my thing. I don't take it that far. I think that people get more excitement and interest into hearing things come out of the horse's mouth, whether they're lying or telling the truth. I have no control over that. But I think that we get a better picture and understanding of the whole situation to make your own assumptions or opinions on these parties when you hear audios, videos, and things that are written on social media that they have posted from the horse, and not from a statement or a legal document of another party or third party like myself who was not there in the flesh. The law was not there in the flesh. I don't care how much fingerprinting, blood samples, evidence that any legal document can get, you still was not at the place of the crime at the time. Or even if it wasn't a crime committed, just in generally speaking, you was not there to see what happened in the flesh and why things took place. Only the parties involved. Period. Point blank.